So the gay communities that are running the council and the schools, they're a biting system, all right? That first of all, they're sexually abusing young boys and killing the young girls in extreme homosexual megalomania, the psychopaths that run the schools. Uh, now, uh, they're a biting system, which means biting their flesh, and then they're killing kids in a biting system. And then this is bitcoins. This is you know the computer 1010 binary system, right? That's referring to a biting system. One refers to everyone's number one, who's Elvis Presley's son, adopted son, and Marilyn Monroe's adopted son is called number one, and then the homosexuals are zeroing everyone who's following number one. That's what binary system is. All right, so they're attacking. Also, Marilyn said that number one would be Jesus, so they're attacking Jesus. All right, that computer industry run stolen by the homosexual communities. The chip is actually named after number one. Number one is Chip because his Chip was into electronics when he was a young kid of 6 years old, and he got very good by the time he was 10, and then started working on the first computer chip and programming that, and then that developed into the home PC. So it's named after Chip, who is number one, who's been zeroed by the homosexual community in a biting system, which is cannibalism from Africa. All right, so the homosexuals are the hunting system where they're hunting people down in Europe, biting them because they like number one, or life on Earth is the way another way to put it. If you're interested in the beautiful sunlight and the summer times, you're interested. You're also interested in number one. You're truly alive and kicking, and that's what you want in this world. You don't want a half dead person. All right, so the homosexuals are a biting system. They also run the schools, and they're saying their binary system there. Right, so they're killing all the kids. They have plans to kill all the kids there that are following the modern world. All right, so now the schools are planning to destroy all the kids, turn them all African so that they can be bigger for homosexual anal sex reasons, the desires of the school owners, the homosexual communities. All right, so they're the biting system and specifically targeting pretty young girls. They hate them. All right, so they're getting killed. All right, and so it's apparent that young people are going to like music and the entertainment industry. Well, anyone who does, the schools are trying to kill them off. Right, that's what your 10 is all about, and it's a true psychopathic footprints, right, of a sociopath. The homosexual communities are doing that. They've done all of that. All right, so these homosexuals, they're running the schools and they're targeting all the kids, saying none of them are gay, and then they're killing them. That's what the biting system is that runs the banks and the schools. So bitcoins, biting system, and your schools. So all the kids are being taken down a very steep downward slide. It's not an education system; it's a downward slide there for them, especially the girls, pretty girls. They're getting slid off the slide there, very steep, straight to her death. Neglect, lies, all led by homosexuals that are running the curriculum there. It's a torture. School is about torturing the kids because the kids are on a slide. The whole country is on a slide put there by homosexuals. So anyone who is a heterosexual or a woman out there can protect those kids and take them because they're getting killed off. If you don't take your queen's kids, they're getting killed off like by predators, animals, words cannot describe who they really are. They're the Ian Huntley gangs, for instance. They shouldn't be running the schools. Let's ask the women out there if they want Ian Huntley running all the schools in the curriculum. Well, he is right now. and that's a true story. All right, so he's destroying the kids. He just hates them. Right, he's an animal from the homosexual communities, and they're a biting system. And this is an appeal for women to look after your kids out there. All the kids belong to the women. Where are the women to help them right now? All right, they've been accosted in 1,000 different ways at those schools. And as a legal system that we are, we're also the Cinnamon Project that looks after kids, teenagers, and older people who have been neglected, who need help, who are looking for support, and others. So we're a community team, much like the Phoenix Centre in Blackpool. We're very similar to that. So this is a Cinnamon Project, and women can join and contribute and also learn from us and make this country a whole lot better than the sewer prison that everyone's in right now, all led by lies. Doesn't matter who you are, you're in there. Right, and you're put there by the upper classes who are the lowlifes, the real lowlifes in the whole story. Right, so my adopted dad that adopted me, he is King John, and he's also a saint and Saint John, and he's the head of the St John's ambulance services. And I've created the Cinnamon Project for all ambulance staff to work for, and also the nursing industry. And that's it. We don't want the doctors there who are a homosexual group who are biting the kids out there. They're a cannibal group. We have to take the kids away from the cannibal group. It's a fact. All right, so St John's Ambulance Services are running the Cinnamon Project. That is a support group. We're working with the Red Cross. We have done for 15 years, and we're biologists and medics, and we've got paramedics in our group as well. My girlfriend is a paramedic in Blackpool. Okay. The Cinnamon Project's main objective is to fight and create a system that takes people away from the Ian Huntley gangs and kids. Okay, so, and we want women involved. This is a job for the nurses and the nursing industry and the ambulance staff, also for the fire engine people. All right, we're all a group here and led by St John, who had passed away about a year ago. He was actually killed, given diseases by the doctors in the hospitals, a homosexual group that had been attacking St John long before he created the Beatles. All right, so now we're a group, St John's Ambulance Service, and we're also Cinnamon Project that aims is fighting the Ian Huntley gangs and responding to it as well. Okay, and that's the legalities of who we are. So we're much like the Phoenix Centre, which is also an accommodation centre and a community service. And that's the basis of what the Phoenix Centre is. And then we're very, very similar to that. So any of our objectors are actually supporting the Ian Huntley gangs, and we need to know who they are and spread the news about them and get them out of this town and country. All right. So the Cinnamon Project aims to help people's lives, and we oppose greatly the Ian Huntley gangs. We need to oppose the Ian Huntley gangs that have become pervasive right across society, right? Because the Ian Huntley gangs are running all the schools, so they're a pedagogue to our kids out there, and the danger they're in, people can't see it, but it's very, very vile. Right? Their mortality is totally under attack here, right? And they're only kids. So to get them away from that is a legal entity, and it's the right thing to do. Anyone opposing that needs to have their head chopped off. Over and out. Anyone opposing that is also the binary system that is killing all the music stars as well, and then they're killing all the music fans. So they're the binary system, and that's seriously psychopathic behaviour and those people need to be put in prison, much like the far right.